This podcast may contain views and opinions which are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any local agency, organization, union, employee, or company, including the podcast.
Hi, welcome back to Off the Clock Shop Talk, brought to you by Garage Studios. I am your host, George Lugo. We got
special guest.
Special guest?
Yeah, special.
Special guest.
Yeah.
I guess the third guy in the party.
No. I'm number 2 today. I stepped up.
Yeah, he stepped up and we knocked the other guy down.
Yeah, again.
He's actually has a shitty record because he's been like in jail and whatnot. So
yeah, I don't know what's. You know what?
I don't know what's going on with that guy.
I don't know what's up.
I don't know what's going on with that guy.
So,
well, we got Stop and Support Us here. We have a very interesting and fun episode for you guys today, and it also helps that we have been drinking this whole time.
kind of.
All right, so let's get to some union talk. We're going to talk a little bit about the general meeting that just passed last week. It was on the 19th, and they had a guest there from Minnesota. Tom Erickson is the special guest. He was sworn in as regional vice president in March 22nd, 2022. He didn't have a huge segment for the general meeting, but he did make one comment that I really enjoyed, and so I wrote it down. He was talking about companies being white-collared criminals, which kind of hit right here because they're always trying to steal money and time and just, sometimes even intellectual property from, the workers. I like that he used white-collared criminals because they're always fucking stealing from us.
Yeah, it was a huge thing for our local 952 to have Tom Erickson there.
Let's continue with the general meeting. We want to talk about some old business. So UPS negotiations are going to be starting after peak in January. Just so the UPS drivers know, or the UPS just in general is aware of what's coming up. Negotiations are going to take place most likely mid-January. The OCTA, let's give a small update on that. So as of right now, they're not on strike. They're still at the table. They're going to be at the table. Actually, they will have been at the table this Monday and Tuesday, and we will not have heard anything finally on this episode. So we're going to give our final update on OCTA next week. We should have a little bit more knowledge on whether or not they came to a decision and whether or not they're going to go back on strike. And hopefully we're going to get somebody on soon from OCTA so we can hear it from the horse's mouth.
Correct. And I will say that Frank Sevilla at the general membership meeting, he did let all of us know that they do have the health and welfare down that they were asking for. And right now they are basically not in agreement with the the financial part of it.
I would agree so. I mean, yeah.
So it was great. We were there. We had OCTA bus drivers, the mechanics there. The OCTA drivers came up and just very appreciative of what was going on with the local. Told the mechanics that they were in solidarity with their brothers and sisters. So it was great to see that, Yeah. And also there was talk that we had CVS members, Albertsons guys out there, grocery guys that were out there, UPS people out there on the picket line. And to me, seeing that
a lot.
Yeah, it does. It's the change that we've talked about, within the local and the culture.
It's happening.
Little by little.
Little by little.
Yeah, we're chipping away at it, and it was great to see that. To see other members.
Thank you.
We appreciate it that you guys came out. It was expressed by myself, by James Lopez, by Frank, Sevilla, Norma Lopez, Eric. I mean, the whole administration was just very grateful to see our membership come together as brothers and sisters. Like we've stated in the past, this show is not about just UPS. This is not a brown bubble. We're really trying to get everybody informed. We had somebody that was going to come on last minute. There were some things that happened. So
We'll get them on probably in a future episode, but yeah.
as soon as our budget of 0
Goes from 0 to 1, I guess.
yeah,
We get $1.
yeah, we will definitely have some people out. Going back to that, it's investing in yourself. It takes a lot. George, myself, John, by the way, he can go fuck himself. But
he could.
He could.
Right
Yeah,
now.
he could.
Do that right now, yeah.
We take the time because we're doing this show to inform the members.
This is a purely informational show, and we're trying to inform everyone in the union, or in the local,
Correct.
what is currently happening. This is not political. It's not based on one barn. We're trying to cover everybody. And I'm sorry that we're leaning so much into UPS in the beginning, but they do have a huge contract coming up, and we're trying to make sure that we stay on top of that. But we also want to focus on the other barns. So we're gonna definitely have OCTA on soon. Hopefully after the strike, they'll be more willing to speak with us. And then I want to get back to CVS and Albertsons. I want to get some of the other barns in here and hear what's going on.
And George, let's talk about, I love this about George. He was there taking notes, making sure that we had to remember what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, there's always a lot of stuff to talk about.
Right.
So the general meeting, if you've never been, please go. Just go see what's happening Go see what's happening with the local. Like I took some notes, and I'll show them to you here. Maybe I'll put a screenshot up. But this is just what I had a chance to write down.
There was a lot said there.
There was a lot said, and I missed a ton because I felt like every time I finished a sentence, they had already covered like 4 different things. So there's a lot happening in the local that is just more than your one company. And like I said, like this whole thing is bigger than the individual,
right?
There's so much happening in the local, and it really helps to stay informed and know what's happening with all the Teamster brothers and sisters. So please, if you can, go to the general meetings.
That's going to be a really good one.
It's going to be a good one.
The Christmas one is good. You guys come out.
Christmas one.
If it's your first one, you're going to love it.
That's going to be a fucking really good one,
raffle.
It's going to be really good.
Yeah, it's a good one. So
to be honest, I'm going to try and advocate maybe like a little space for this. Maybe I can get some personal interviews before the thing starts, so I can put them in an episode. Might be fun. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully we can get the Santa Claus that will be at 9:52 on the show. But Santa Claus will be there. Yeah, these are great meetings, family oriented. Mm-hmm. Come out,
bring your kids.
I was very happy to see yesterday that
food, coffee, and treats.
That too.
There was actually a really good turnout.
It was packed.
Such a good turnout.
Yeah.
But I would love to still see it increase. Like I would love to see more people from all the barns.
Right.
UPS especially. I feel like UPS is always like the smallest turnout. We've had a huge turnout from CVS, Albertsons, and even the wine one?
Southern Spirits.
Yeah.
Southern Spirits. We had transit guys there.
Transit, yeah.
And the only reason I'm bringing up my part-timers is because I represent them. And so I believe in changing one person at a time. So when I had one member come,
makes a big difference.
It made me happy because I've been talking to this guy. He's a younger guy. He's seen what the power and the representation that he has afforded to him by paying his union dues and being a Teamster, and now coming to the meeting. And I just really went up to him. I thanked him and I said, do me a favor and bring another member the next time you come.
Yeah.
Even if it's one. And that's how we're going to change the culture that we talk about on the show. One person at a time. One member at a time. And if that's what we need to do, I'm committed. George's committed. John's committed. This administration at Local 952 is committed. Going back to, we're just really happy. We had a nice full house, a lot of new members. And I will say we had the opposition that ran against the administration there too. That made me happy, believe it or not. They might not think that, but I'm glad they were there. So
I think they should be showing up regardless because,
Right.
political beliefs aside, like now it's time for the local to just focus on topics that are priorities that need to be addressed.
and that's going against the fucking company.
Yeah.
What did Erickson say? The white collar
Criminals.
The white collar criminals.
White-collared criminals is basically what they are. The thugs that wear white collars.
Shit, I'm wearing a white shirt, but I'm not white. So at the general membership meeting, George, it was great to see that we had Tom Erickson not only address Eric and where he's at,
But also,
James Lopez.
who we have on the phone right now.
And James, can you tell us right now your official title and what's going on with the grocery?
Yeah, my official title
You're good where you're at.
is I am a warehouse representative for the IBT under Tom Erickson. Tom Erickson is director, and I am a warehouse representative for the IBT. What?
So let me ask you this, James. So I heard there was a change, right? And I don't come out of grocery, and that's why I'm asking you that there was stuff that was eliminated when he came in, and there's how many of you guys now for the country?
Well, there's multiple. I've seen in the past, we had jurisdictions. We had lines up West Coast, South, West Coast, East Coast, Central states. So the reps only service those states. Tom's vision is, well, I might need you out in the East Coast because Cisco's out in the East Coast. And it's not just grocery, it's all warehousing.
Yeah,
I mean, we have Cisco, U.S. Foods, the grocery industry, any form of warehousing in the country, we represent in the division. Actually, we even got some pipe fitters, if that makes sense, but they're put in our division.
I heard that at the general membership meeting when he said that the pipe fitters warehouse, right? Correct? And I was like, wow, this is something new that I'm learning here. So I just wanted to let our membership know, James, like everything that you've accomplished in our local too under this administration. And it seems like it's a whole different structure now to what it was in the past. Because I know you've been around a long time in the grocery, and you talked about the standards as well. Why don't you let us know about what's going on with that too?
Well, see, that's one of the reasons why I see Tom's vision. Tom's vision is pretty simple. We have engineer work standards in the workplace. So we get timed for everything. If we get an order and it takes 27 minutes, if you do it in 27 minutes, you make 100%. Most warehouses, you got to be at 100% by the end of the week, or you're subject to progressive steps of discipline.
Wow.
Well,
Really? Okay.
I've been an order selector under an EWS for 27 years, and the company has to be held accountable, right? So we have to bring in IBT engineers to hold the company accountable. But it's one thing of fixing something, if the IBT engineers see something wrong, of fixing it, but how do you maintain it? So with Tom's vision is, well, let's train the rank and file how to identify problems with the EWS. EWS is the engineer work standard. So what he's doing, what we're going to do together as a division, we are going to start training people on the rank and file to start doing pump audits, to start knowing what the time they get for pulling those orders. You got the PF&D, personal fatigue and delay time. You got the Z-Fix. I mean, all the things that people are like scratching their head. What the hell is that?
Right.
Well, we're gonna train these rank and file members so they know what the hell this is. Because once you fix it, you train it, and people understand why the company has these EWS and how we hold them accountable to their EWS.
Wow, that you know what, James, that's so interesting because I'm gonna tell you, brother, like coming in as a 952 member and the direction, not just with Erickson, but with our own administration of bringing everybody together. Like I've never heard this stuff before. Like I don't even like this is like almost ebonics to me, right?
Yeah, it's
right.
I hear you. So I was like, one of the things, and I know it's not in the UPS world, like, and man, I love my brothers from UPS, my brothers and sisters from UPS, but I'm sure you guys got like an expectation of how you guys have to deliver your package throughout the day.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
Right.
So here they actually everything's down to a science, bro. On the it'll take you like say to lift one case, they take the weight factor, the height of the case, the width of the case, and then they come up and there's a standard already developed saying that takes you 3.5 seconds to put onto your pallet jack.
Correct.
And if you do it in two seconds, you win. If you do it in 4 seconds, you lose. So
that's
what
fucking
they do
ludicrous.
for the EWS. So, I mean, it's a little complicated, but once you educate people about it,
Yeah.
they get it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very intrigued by everything that he's talking about here. And to be honest, I would love to have him on at the studio so we can go into depth with that.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like I have so many questions now.
And our brother James already committed to that. You know, we picked up the phone to call you because you were recognized yesterday along with Eric, you know, and we're really trying to make this show out of the brown bubble. It's not just about UPS. It's about Local 952 as a whole. It was a big day for us yesterday, and it was something huge day. And it was something that I've never seen where, man, you know, James, our grocery guys, they were out there on the picket line with those CTA. That was brought up, and we talked about that. Just this show is all about changing the culture, right? One member at a time. And I want to thank you personally, James, for allowing me to go with you and Miguel to Albertsons last week to sit in a labor or meeting or management meeting that I sat with you guys. It was great to walk the barn there and see the love and see the membership, how you told them what was going on, how the bid was going to go. I was in awe, brother. I really was. It took me totally out of my element of UPS. Mm-hmm. And as a whole, as Teamster brothers and sisters, bro, I was just like, wow. It was great, man.
Well, no, brother, you know, one thing I really take my hat off to is George, John, and you, Sabas, for putting this together because you guys are thinking outside the box. And I like that because now hopefully we can start getting the membership involved to watching these podcasts, getting educated, knowing there's different worlds out there because everybody seems to have been on an island.
Yeah.
You got to get them off those islands and look at each other and say, hey, when the UPS contract, if it does go south, all our grocery guys, all our bus drivers, all our aerospace, all our bottling service, everyone's going to be out there to support you guys and vice versa. When our guys go out, you guys are out there to support them. So my hat goes off to you guys. Whatever we can do to grow our membership, educate our membership, man, I support you guys 110%.
Hey, brother,
we're definitely going to get you on.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate the love, brother. We're working on a zero budget, right? And we want to, grow this. And everything you just said is everything that we want to reflect in the show. And we need you on here with Miguel, with all the other business agents in our local. Everybody needs to participate in this, in my opinion. And I appreciate it, James. You explained a lot. There's a lot more to be said. And I know that you've already committed to coming on the show. And I appreciate that.
We'll work out the details, and then we'll get you on probably within the next week or two. Hopefully, as long as it works with your schedule.
John, Sabas, whatever you guys need from me, brothers, you keep doing what you're doing. You guys are good people. And I support this podcast, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bro. I'll see you at the hall next week, brother. Thanks for giving me the time, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, there you go, brothers and sisters. It's at UPS we think we have these numbers, the standards. It goes on everywhere. It goes everywhere. Corporate America. Stockholders, they want to make money.
Shareholders.
It's crazy. Erickson brought that up, the white collar criminal, right?
Bro, I literally have a UPS shareholder on my route.
Yeah.
And he lives in such a ridiculous house. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. He's like, hey, make me that money. I'm like, as I deliver him packages, I'm like, you son of a bitch.
It's a box full of cash.
He has a beautiful home on the side of a hill in Laguna Beach. It's fucking crazy.
Well, you know, we both, I think you and, yeah, we both been there long enough. I know I have, George, John, where we were private. When I first came in, I had a little bit of time before they went public and really got into the numbers. It was a great company. There's a lot of members that remember that prior. And unfortunately, you know, when it did go public, it just changed, and it made those standards that I can totally relate to with the conversation we just had with James, with the standards, you know, delivering how many packages per hour, or even loading that. And the good thing for us in our contract is that we don't recognize their numbers. Mm-hmm. Do they harass us? Yes. Do they harass the loaders? Yes. Do they harass the drivers? Yes. But we also have language that states that we give them a fair day's work for fair day's pay. But they do. They fuck with the members. And
we don't have to dive too much into that, because we all know that that's a thing that they manipulate the numbers.
Yeah, they do. And
they do.
But yeah, so, you know, it's going on everywhere. You know, the companies, you know, make all this money and don't want to share the wealth. You know, the grocery guys were, if not, or just as important as we were delivering packages. Grocery guys, like I said, anybody that worked during the pandemic, you know, the OCTA guys, you know, the people that were even the non-union guys that were out there with Uber delivering food.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't wait to have James on and all the other members. You know, why don't we give, let's talk a little about CVS. So George, yesterday there was a member there by the name of, what was his name?
Alex Ramirez.
So Alex Ramirez got up on the mic and expressed the feelings he had about what was going on in the CVS hub, the changes that he's seen there in the last, 3 years with this new administration. Expressed a little bit what he thought about what happened prior. Very happy, talked about a lot. And we were trying to reach out to him. Couldn't get a hold of him.
But during his little speech on the mic yesterday, he was talking about his own personal experience also as being a brand new steward, and basically getting the respect of everybody that he worked with, part-time, full-time, management, all that, because you can't just jump in as a steward and just start making demands, because no one has respect for you. So he made a statement about you can't just motherfuck people, but you need to gain the respect and trust of everyone so you can professionally motherfuck them. And I absolutely love that. And I would love to, hear from him. I do apologize for not getting his number yesterday.
Well, we'll reach out to him.
We'll reach out to him, and you will be on, because we want to have more stewards on from different barns. So he'll be on, but I just wanted to recognize him on this podcast. And I loved everything that he said yesterday at the general meeting.
Absolutely. So if we're talking about CVS, let's reach out to Tim. See what he's doing.
It's called Timmy Tim Tim.
Let's call him. Let me see here.
Hello?
Hey, brother. This is Salas and George. We're giving you a call, bro. We were like, we got to call our brother Tim.
How you guys doing today?
We're great, brother.
Doing well.
We're doing well. We are great because John's not here, because we told him to go fuck himself. He's fired again because he's not here.
I thought I handled that termination, man. We got to go through this whole thing.
And we got to go through this whole thing again, bro. I guess, I won the last grievance.
Did win that last one.
Worse than CVS management.
Yeah, right. So, we were talking about the general membership meeting yesterday, brother, and the turnout we had, and just the support that we see that's going on. With Eric being recognized, we had Tom Erickson there out of grocery, James Lopez being recognized, just the whole dynamic of changing the culture within the local. And it was very refreshing. yesterday to see that well, Eric had asked you and John asked you, what was going on there and how many grievances that you guys have, settled and what's been going on there. So I just wanted to touch base with you. I believe you said in the last, I don't know how long time frame, that you guys had about 95 grievances that were filed.
Since these guys took office, we probably had to file about 92, and that's 92 grievances actually filed.
Right.
Realistically, I mean, there's 2 to 3 issues a week where I send an email, and those payouts just happen just based on an email before we even have to file a grievance.
Shit, man, I wish I could do that. And hearing that, one of our brothers that was in the warehouse, we all know, in the last episode, or people that don't know, that you represent the drivers. But we had this member, Alex, that stood up and made these comments.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get him on the show, but he was just so happy. And you said in the last show when you were on that things have totally changed within the warehouse. And to have our member go up there and state his own personal, views and things that have happened within the warehouse were great. So
it also wasn't just him. We had several other CVS members that worked in the warehouse that showed their appreciation. So just want to give a shout out to all the stewards in the warehouse.
And I guess, part of the reason why we're reaching out to you, because we want to hopefully give you the job of getting us in contact with our brother there. So if you can make that happen, Tim, so we can get him either on the show or even a phone call like this. We're bringing all our membership together. We just got off the phone with James Lopez, talked to him about what was going on and the vision that the grocery guys have.
Yeah.
It just, we're really trying to change the culture one person at a time, man.
I got you. It's working, man. But I did put some feelers out there, trying to get a hold of Alex. I think all the warehouse shop stewards might be away from their phones right now because it is football Sunday.
Yeah, I know, and
it's game day.
So our budget's so big that we get paid $1 million on football Sunday to basically work, and show the love. And that's a joke because we're actually on a zero budget. We make no money doing this. Absolutely not.
I'm definitely losing money and family time.
Yeah. But anyhow, brother, we appreciate you picking up the phone. We just want to touch base with you. And we will definitely have you back on the show soon.
Maybe we can get him and his boy on
as
a combo.
Yeah, and we definitely got at the general membership, Tinkle's there. You're Sprinkle, he's Tinkle, your boy. We need a part-time steward on here. I think we need to make that happen, George. What do you think?
I think we can make that happen. We can get both of them on, and we could do Team Tinkle.
Yeah, Team Tinkle. There we go. Sprinkle. Yeah.
I'm glad to get him home. It's one the same without my boy at home.
I got you, brother. All right, bro. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. I appreciate picking up the phone and being part of our show, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a good day.
All right, brother.
Cool. Awesome. It'd be great to have him and little Tinkle on. All right, so at this point, I think we're going to call Mr. Antolin.
A.K.A. Puto.
Puto.
Can't have a normal Thanksgiving.
Hello?
Is this John, the no-show Antolin?
Oh, wow, really? The no-show, huh? I'm over here trying to enjoy my family Thanksgiving party, and you're over here calling me the no-show. Okay.
Well, can you be like a normal person and just have one Thanksgiving?
You don't
Someone's just upset.
You don't need
for
the
my
extra
final thoughts
carbs.
last week.
Yeah, you don't need you don't need the
That's all it
carbs,
is.
John. I don't know what you're thinking.
You don't need the extra
What'd you say?
carbs.
You don't need the extra carbs. What are you thinking?
I'm not eating carbs, bro. I just had turkey, all right? Just turkey. That's it.
So obviously you're not here.
You're not here, and you're gonna be super pissed at what I'm gonna bring up right now. So what I am bringing up is
I can barely hear George, by the way.
Okay, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Well, I think you need to tell the kids to be quiet.
Yeah.
So you hear.
I thought you were going to go outside and talk to us like a professional.
Yeah, you're fired. Again.
They got a jumper over here for the kids, okay? I apologize.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Trying to get somewhere else. Hold on.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
We're gonna pass you around.
Yeah.
Like a beach ball. Okay. So this is something I wanted to bring up because this is something that came up at my center. So they have a paper here which is changing the pay code from 06 to 05 for circling out.
Oh, you have the sign-up list.
I have the sign-up list that they brought up, and they and I'm gonna say my center manager brought up during his PCM was this sign-up list. If you want less, if you don't want your 8 hours worth of work, this is the way he presented it. If you don't want your 8 hours worth of work, right? If you want less, he made it sound like if you wanted less than like 7 hours, if you wanted to be like, hey, I can only work 5, to do this.
Yeah, less than 8, basically.
Yeah, anything less than 8.
Presented to me. So I will say that, look, I have informed that center manager as well as the others, and this will be like a jurisdictional wide thing, possibly further, but, obviously we're just looking at our jurisdiction. That being said, I have informed all the managers and the division manager that I will be, and this is union business really, but it's something that I wanted to let them know. So, because I don't care if they know my position on things.
Yeah.
But our position is that these guys need to be working their 8 hours, right?
100%.
So if you do sign up for that list, I will say that, our members, if you're a 952 member, a union guy, I'm going to be talking to you. I don't think that we should have anybody.
There should be nobody on that list whatsoever, with the rare exception that you literally only need like 4 hours worth of work because you have a family emergency. Is the only thing I could think of. And even then, it's like still up to argument.
Yeah, individual scenarios I get. If you have something going on, those really should be few and far between, and on a super exceptional basis. For the most part, it's peak. They're using a bunch of PVDs. We need to be getting our work. We need to be at least getting our guarantee. I would say, we've talked about it before, but I would say getting
9.5 hours.
9.5, right?
I push that every single time. We should be getting our 9.5.
That is my view on things for sure.
And you've definitely expressed that.
On that list, expect me to come at least, chat with you. Obviously,
we got a couple guys you got to talk to on Monday.
We're going to make our own decisions, but I'm going to let you know the position, my thoughts on things, and really, we should be looking at these things as bigger than us.
100%.
Right? It's not about me and what I got going on right now. Unfortunately, a lot of people do look at it that way, but it's not just about me. It's about protecting that work.
That's the backward ass thinking that these drivers have, is that they think it's only affecting you in the time of service, but the company is long lasting, and they're looking to see what they can get away with, so that way they can, make more money in the future.
Correct. And in all honesty, coming into a big contract year, like, we can't be naive to think that this isn't the model they're going to use when and if we go on strike. And I'm not saying that we want to go on strike, but what we want is the leverage that a strike
can
provides
happen,
us, right, within negotiations.
Yes.
So if we don't get our work and do as much of it as we can, then we're gonna shoot ourselves in the foot. We really are. And everyone is complaining about hours and this and that right now. I mean, just wait. If we, when they don't want to give us raises and they don't want to give us the medical we deserve, and they start taking stuff away from us and we have no leverage, I mean, we're going to be in trouble, guys. We really are.
Yeah. And I know I've mentioned this on a previous episode, is that the standard for California for full time starts at 30 hours. So I mean, right now we're guaranteed 8, and at that rate, they could, if they hit the California standard, they could drop us down to 6 hours a day for 5 days. So it's like we need to not give up our work, so that way they don't have any leverage, to decrease our work value. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think things that they're going to be looking for in this next contract, meaning UPS, is really to increase the number of 22/4s or have PVD usage all year round, right? So
yeah, I've mentioned that before.
Those are things that, and this is obviously an assumption of mine. It's not really. I'm not saying that that's what they're going for. But if you look at it from a business aspect, like those are the things they're going to be looking for. Why wouldn't they? If they can use PVDs all year round just to kind of supplement, in their eyes, supplement the workforce. At a cheaper rate.
Exactly.
Why the hell not?
Why wouldn't they? Exactly. Why wouldn't they? I mean,
they already do it with feeder drivers, right? It's subcontracted work.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, why not subcontract some of the package work, right? If you're looking at it from a business aspect, about a profit-based business aspect, I should say.
Yeah.
Hey, John,
we're hitting it kind of hard. I hope the members understand where we're coming from, because us, as a union, period, and that means all of us, we should be looking at it as protecting our work, protecting the work for the future. And, I know George has said it before, but the future being the people that are going to pay into your pension when you're collecting, when you're retired and gone.
Yeah.
I think we want to keep a healthy pension, especially since we have such a good one here on the West Coast. Those are things that we need to protect.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%.
So I just want to say everything you just said, John, you've done very well, in my opinion, conveying that message during Teamster Tuesdays, and also letting management know that your position is policing the contract with that language of you're guaranteed those 8. It's a different thing, changing the culture, not just with the membership, but with management and labor in our jurisdiction, because it's been going on for so long, right? So it was George showed me this paper, and being with you, talking to this particular center manager with the division manager there, and you telling them, like, no, you can't do this and put this list up, and him still trying to finagle and make his way.
I mean, this should be just a notice to all the drivers just in UPS for sure, is that, like, look, the union has recognized that at peak, we obviously are going to be working more than 8 hours. That's why we gave up the 9/5 rights. But this new generation of, like, the management and whatnot, they don't recognize any of that, because they're trying to utilize all the PVD drivers so that way they obviously don't have to pay drivers and whatnot. And this list is absolute proof of that. So if they can get drivers to sign away the saying that they don't even want 8 hours worth of work, all we're doing is basically guaranteeing during negotiations that we don't want to work 8 hours. The people don't want to work. They're going to bring this up. This is going to be a thing the company is going to use against the drivers to basically say, hey, these guys don't even want to work 8.
And you're signing your name on there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I get it.
It's funny. One of the proposals that was brought up within on our side, right, is more 8-hour requests. And I get having a work-life balance. I really do. And I get all that. And I don't think it's a bad ask. But at the same time, you have to understand that the company looks at that and says, sure, we'll give everybody 8 hours. And then to get the rest of the work done. Everyone thinks that like, oh, well, if we all have 8 hours, then they got to put on more drivers. They got to do this. And they got to do that. We can't force that aspect of things.
Yeah.
Really, what the company is going to be looking at is say, hey, okay, we'll just get everybody 8 hours, and then we'll
Subcontract the rest. Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? And then they're going to go, look, here's even during peak, the heaviest time of the year, these guys are saying we want 8 or less than 8. Why are we going to bend over backwards to give them work?
Exactly.
So what else came up? What other topics did we go over?
We talked about how you are fired and you can go fuck yourself.
100%.
100%.
Understandable. Obviously, I want everybody to know this is a mutiny. So this is bullshit. Okay?
So there you
I know
go.
you don't know what that means, Thomas.
Yeah, don't you? Why you want to fucking bring up Ninja Turtles? I don't know what you're talking about right now. Fucking mutiny. Go fucking
Teenage Mutiny.
Yeah, go
Ninja
fucking
Turtles?
go be a,
It's mutiny.
go fucking make a turtle. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, I think definitely next week when we do our episode, you guys can have like a battle, like a clash.
Salas is not allowed on next week because I got some stuff I got to get off my chest. Okay?
No. You both no. In all fairness, right? In all fairness, in our contract, you both have been off 1 week, and now you both have to meet up.
The only one that's really
And then it's to the death.
George should take a week off.
George is the only one. George is the only one that has fulfilled our non-existent contract.
I can't take a week off because the no recording gets done.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, you're probably right about that. You would take the week off, and then me and Salas would be lazy, and no recording would ever happen.
Don't speak for me. I don't know what lazy is.
Is that what I got to do? Is that what I got to do next week? I got to take a week off.
I only get lazy after I eat.
Look, one of the things I did want to bring up in all seriousness is, Salas, I know I speak for him and myself when I say that we definitely go above and beyond for the membership, in our jobs. And,
I can second that. I can second
we're
that.
working a shit ton of hours. I thought for sure that there was no way that I was going to work more hours than I did as a driver because, as I said before, I always kind of tried to max out my hours. Like, I'm there. I want to make money. So that was kind of my philosophy. But that being said, we definitely work more hours now than I did as a driver. If you add up weekends and special events and this and that and the other.
Oh, 100%. You guys definitely both work more. Yeah.
And I'm not tooting my own horn. I will say, Salas puts in a shit ton of work, and all the BAs there in 952.
Yes, we do.
It's a big task to take on, in changing the culture and changing just the way that things have been in the past. So it's just it's a lot, and I want to say thank you to Salas and George too.
Well,
George is still on the truck every day.
Yep.
And comes out, on his vacations and
on the truck.
Does this, that, and the other, and volunteers his time, and it's nice to see.
No, for sure, because like you mentioned earlier, this job's bigger than us, or the whole thing's bigger than us, and it's a small sacrifice that I have to make to be here, to just show my support.
And because of that, John, and I appreciate that, and I know I was just telling George the same thing. We do this stuff, and we take time out of our family life. But with that said, I was really happy yesterday that I shared earlier on the podcast. We had a member in the part-time, and you remember the guy that we brought back in the twilight, who showed up to the meeting yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. And I told him, hey, brother, I'm so happy to see you here. And next time you come, bring one member with you, man. Brought him back from a termination, and it just made me happy that he showed up to get involved and start investing in himself.
Right.
It was great. That made my day. Besides all the other good stuff that went on.
That's a big thing, man. That's a huge thing.
You know, we talk about it.
We need everyone to get fired, and we'll get their job back, and they'll get involved, right?
Dude, it's crazy because I've actually been fired twice.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about George.
Yeah, been fired.
I've been fired once, and I got to the bay door in Anaheim from the preload office, and I got called back. So I got fired for all of 5 minutes, and then got my job back. And it wasn't, anything that the union did. I think that at the end of the day, they knew that I wasn't gonna the firing wasn't gonna stick. But that being said, it just I wish more people would get involved. It shouldn't take that.
Yeah, it shouldn't take that.
But I'm thankful for the ones that do. I really am.
And I think what we got out of George's 2 terminations is that he's afraid to get fired from this job, so he's been the number one. He's been here every week. Right?
I'll tell the termination story. I'll tell the second termination story later because the first one's like it's whatever, but the second one's actually.
Maybe we could do a segment, a termination segment, because I think we've all been.
Not me. Don't fucking count me in that. I never got fucking terminated.
Some of us don't count me in that shit.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you guys will laugh the fuck out of my second termination one. So that'll be a segment for a different. Yeah, that'll be a segment for a different episode. But fuck. At this point, I think we're just about to wrap up. John, thank you so much for taking the call and taking the time out of your busy Thanksgiving Sunday.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. Obviously, I'm there in spirit. You guys are talking shit. I can feel it.
Well, this is
so. I can feel your shit talk.
This is only the good shit talk.
Well, this is the garage episode, right?
Garage episode.
Yeah, garage episode.
Nice.
This is you people. This is behind the scenes, but the thread that we're on, the three of us, and we're willing to do it no matter what, even if one of us can't make it.
Even if our guests can't make it, this is happening.
And we're literally sitting in a garage right now. Okay.
Hey, with George, I will say that too. I obviously paid Savas a compliment, but I will pay George one as well.
Oh, thank you.
He's kind of the mastermind, let's say, behind the podcast and behind getting everything. The engineer guru, always ready to shoot, even when me and Savas are tired as hell, and George is like, "No, we need to fucking shoot."
Yeah, well,
I appreciate you keeping us motivated and keeping the podcast going and all that stuff. I really do appreciate everything.
Yeah, well, we don't have the lights. We don't have the microphones, right? We don't have none of that.
Have a life. That's definitely where we're getting
right.
To.
No, yeah, and I'll definitely say that too, Jordan. I told you that earlier. I was like,
I appreciate it.
You really have put this together. You and John. I'm the third guy. I'm gonna take the third guy position. I'm good with that.
He's adamant about taking the third guy position.
I know how to be. It's all good, but would that be politically incorrect right now?
It might be.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll say I will be the spoke on the wheel then.
That's better. I'll be
the third leg.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, that kind of shit bothers me. That you can't say shit like that no more. What the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. I'm saying.
No, we can't just. Yeah.
Yeah. There's chiefs and. I'm good with being in. Is my point. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
So, but yeah, going back. Thank you, George. You really have continued to put us on. To do this, and our zero budget is $1 richer today.
Zero budget.
I chipped in right here. This is the first $1.
He brought in $1.
John, you need to
contribute.
contribute.
We've said preliminarily, but we will be putting up
a GoFundMe if you guys want to help us out. get better equipment and get a more permanent studio and all that stuff. So we appreciate it, and I know we're going to get that going here pretty soon.
Right on. All right, brother. Well, enjoy your turkey, and I will see you tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Make sure you hit up those yams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring you some yams. I'll definitely be smacking them. All right.
All right, then.
All right.
You guys have a good one.
You
all right,
too.
bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
I think we can we can probably wrap up this episode with that last segment there with Anselin. If you guys really enjoyed our content, you can like, comment, subscribe. Please, please leave a subscription or a comment. It's a small ask for you. It does wonders for the channel, and we're trying to get as many union members involved as possible. So this is going to help push us in that direction. You could also email us at ocst.000@gmail.com, and you can write whatever you want on there. It could be negative, positive. It could even be bullshit. So just hit us up.
And the password to that is their 3 amigos.
It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. But I can't wait to put out more content, more stuff, get more people from Barnes on here. So if you guys really want to be on, hit us up. If you guys have anything to say or anything you'd like us to address, leave it in the comments or hit us up with an email. We're going to get social media pretty soon. I just haven't had the time to do this show plus social yet. So I'm going to try and dedicate some time to doing that also, and then we'll have some social up. So
I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Just come out. It'll be
the Friday after. So
Friday
hopefully
after.
you enjoyed your turkey.
Yeah, enjoy your turkey, and we appreciate all of you. And also, going back to what we're saying, anybody that wants to help out our brothers and sisters and wants to donate for Thanksgiving, or I should say for Christmas coming up, reach out, Norma Lopez, or come to the local. We'll have more information.
Norma Lopez's number right here.
Yeah, we'll have more information on the date for that as well, on everything we're doing. Okay. Peace. Fuck John, that motherfucker. Fuck him. Talking shit. Trying to fucking use big words and shit. He can go fuck himself. Because at the end of the day, I'm here. And this ain't the first time. He's supposed to be sitting right here. I'm the third guy. Okay? I'm the third guy. Not the second guy. Not the first guy. I'm the third guy. And this motherfucker trying to put it on me like I'm doing something wrong. He can go fuck himself.
I love it so much.
Hey, bro.
That's so good.
That's real shit.